Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan.
And Angela.
From TVCC.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
That's right, y'all. Trinity Valley Cardinals. That's who we are.
Yeah.
Not really. We're actually from RNA Music, your mom and pop guitar shop and lesson studio. Deep in the heart of Canton, Texas.
That's right.
We did, however, go to TVCC. And that's where we met.
That's
and
right.
fell in love. And the rest is history. It's Spirit Day today, so we decided to wear some school colors.
Yes.
Cardinals.
Cardinals. That's right.
Oh, it's raining. Oh my gosh. Well, let's answer some questions anyways.
Let's do that.
Let's get to the questions. First question, JP Cintraccio? Ryan, are you still using the string Butler? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Great question, JP. Actually, yes. On my...
Oh, Lord.
Oh, on my CMG, Ashley, this is mine. Actually, I don't know if you can see it. I swapped it out. They sent me one that's like acrylic. So, you know, the first one I put on there was black. This one's see-through.
Oh, see. Okay.
Acrylic. So I still actually have one on this CMG. And I actually did play this. Where did I play this? I played this at band practice Wednesday night. And yeah, I mean, I feel like it's helping a little bit. But I didn't really notice. I wasn't really thinking about it at band practice actually. So I think it's all right. It's an interesting take on the age-old problem of certain guitars being in tune on their D and G strings. I'm gonna put this right here. So, you know, I think it works. I think it does help. Does it fix it completely? I don't know. I did, you know, in the video originally of that, I tested it and like, I think it definitely helped. But I haven't really felt the need to like, you know what, I'm gonna go put that on all of my guitars.
Right.
You know, for the most part. So, you know, I think it's an all right thing. And if you have a guitar that's like a 3-in-3 Gibson style, you know, I think it can help, but it may not solve all tuning issues. So, but I'm gonna leave it on there, I think, and just keep playing it. I haven't actually played that guitar very much since that video. So I really need to actually just play that guitar a lot and do some more testing on it. So I'll try to do that. Thanks, JP, for the question. Next question. Roger Timmerman 77. This is Ryan. Have you considered or played Harley Benton Guitars? Well, Roger, we actually have several videos about this. If you go back, I'll try to remember to put one in the link of the description. We have several. It says Harley Benton in the title of those videos. So we've covered this before, but in briefly, I don't think I want to spend money to get one.
Right.
Because, you know, sometimes they're hit and miss. You get some that are good, you get some that are bad. I don't feel like spending the money to have something shipped from Germany over and then with the potential of it maybe not being great. But I know some guys who played them and they think they're great, and for the money it's been good. But I also know some guys who said, I got one and it had some problems, and it's kind of what you expect for a cheap guitar. So it could go either way.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not going to fork over some cash to try one out. If somebody wants to send me one, or if, you know, if I could get a buddy to send me theirs to play, that would be fine.
Right.
But I'm probably not going to fork over the cash for one at the moment. So thanks for the question, Roger. Go check out those other videos. Next question, Michael Luttrell. Hey Ryan, I was wondering how much for a Diamond Maverick. And Angela, how do I figure out what key I'm singing in when playing guitar, and also how I find my range? Love the show, y'all. He said y'all.
Love it.
I do too. Well, I don't know how much Diamond Mavericks go for right now. We haven't carried Diamond in a while. It's been at least a year for sure. Yeah. But if you're interested, go check them out. I mean, they sell direct, so you can go to the Diamond's website and check on pricing and current stock of what's actually available. And their pricing direct is really good. you know, I gotta say, you're not gonna get it cheaper probably from a dealer unless the dealer's just blowing them out to get rid of them. So, and Diamond's always they're doing sales and promotions. They'll do like, hey, 15% off this weekend only until next weekend. And, you know, or special holiday sales. So,
not that that's actually a deal.
That's not a deal. For example,
right?
They will, and if you follow their Facebook, they'll do promise.
Like,
hey,
Ryan
guys,
says I can get 15% off.
Yeah, call them. Tell them, hey,
Not
Ron
that you would say that, Michael. I'm sorry, but
other people who are watching said, Ron said there's a sale. Give me the money. Hurdy-dur.
Lint and stuff flying through the air. It's gross.
Lint. It's because the rain is stirring up the dust. But yeah, so go check with them. You know, they do some stuff direct these days. So Angela, how do I figure out what key I'm singing in when playing guitar, and also how I find my range? You know, finding your range. What key should your voice naturally fall in? Maybe that's the question.
Well, it depends on who you are. Every person has different ranges. It depends on your voice. Depends on the way your diaphragm's built. There's all kinds of determining factors on your range. The bridge of your nose. You know, it just depends on.
You should probably start with finding the range first.
But I would just start in middle C and move your way backwards, probably for a guy. So you'll go, you know, for a middle C, so you'll go bass clef down and middle C down. You won't go up higher because that's going from alto to mezzo to soprano, or contralto, whatever you want to say, to mezzo to soprano. But for most guys, tenor, and baritone and bass, you would you would have just go from middle C and go to to the left of the keyboard, and you'll find out your comfortable range usually is, I mean, talking range for most people can hit a middle C. Most people can hit a middle C. Now, if you're thinking about bass guys, that might be a little
of a stretch
for them. But if you go down lower an octave from middle C down, and then another half step, that's usually about most people's good enough range right there. But when playing a guitar, like my sweet spot, you know, singing is maybe D, G, around that area in between there. That's usually where I go to whenever playing guitar. So if any song's in the key of G and the key of D,
yeah, you do well in G.
I do very well on G, but and again, that's right there around middle C. It's just right there around middle C. So, but I can sing a whole lot higher than that, and I can sing a good chunk lower than that. But whenever playing with a guitar, it's usually right about I usually balance right there in the middle with most songs because I'm an alto. I can go up a little bit and down a little bit, quite a bit. Now, if you have a really low voice, then your register and your range is going to be a lot different. Than
it really kind of depends on some different factors.
There's a lot of factors
that go into it. It was the melody of the song, right?
Yes.
So this is where knowing how to read some music can come in handy. And like she said, a good way to do this is like if you have access to a piano, just go in and play a middle C, match that pitch, work your way down, matching pitches as you go, and you'll find out where you get to like, oh, this is hard. I can't quite reach that note. So that's you don't want to be straining. You know, you're like, oh, like I can hit that note. You know, look, here it is, right here. You know, like we're not really hitting it, like hitting it with ease and comfort. So you go find your lowest, and that might be, you know, G below middle C, and you might be G above middle C, and that might be your range. You might just have a 1 octave range. You'll find where those are. Now, then whatever song you're singing, you've got to figure out what is the melody of that song. Now, if all the notes of the melody of that song fall between this is from G to G, then you can sing that song, right? Now, if the highest note of that song is like a B above that G, then that's going to be outside of your range.
Right.
So you would need to take that song down like 3 steps,
right,
to get the highest note of that song to fit within your range, and hopefully that doesn't take the lowest note of the melody below your range. Right. So it kind of depends, because it depends on where the melody of the song, you know, sits and where they wrote it. So there's some factors, but if it's a simple song with a simple chord progression, you know, play it in a chord progression that's comfortable, and then you can try to sing it. And if you can't sing it, you'll know.
You'll know real fast.
Change the key. So if you can't do it in G, G's
pretty.
You're straining, and then bring it down to F. So you're lowering everything down a whole step. Play it with the chord progression in the key of F. Try to sing it. Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Or you go up. You know, if you're playing in G and it seems too low, can't. Then bump it up to A. So it's a little bit of trial and error for
pretty much
for a lot of people. You know.
Pretty much. I mean, songs vary in so many different. It helps to not pick a song that is written in piano first, because they'll have like E flat, B flat. Yeah. You know, stuff like that.
You can tell if a guitar player wrote a song or if a piano player wrote a song.
Pretty much. But yeah, that's basically it. Go to the melody. And go play the note of the highest note on your guitar, play the note of the lowest note on your guitar, and you'll find your range. If you can hit both of those comfortably, then you know your range is in those 2 spectrums on on the scale.
And most people are like, I can only sing in the key of D, that's it. I was like, really? There's more than, you have a little bit of...
Because then if I played a D and a D, depending on where on the piano you are, but what if you can hit, you know, an F, then that's off.
Yeah, it just depends. And it depends on the song and where the melody of the song. Some songs have a lower melody and it stays low. Some songs are like higher, the higher edge of the whole time. And some do big jumps, you know, because some people are vocal athletes and have big ranges, and that might not be easy for, you know, everybody to do.
Yeah.
So I hope that was helpful.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do an actual video kind of doing that. That would be fun.
That would be fun. We might have to do that.
We might do that.
That would be really fun.
Kind of makes me nervous. I need to know. I keep thinking about.
You're gonna sing? Is that why it makes you nervous? All you have to do is play the piano.
Yeah.
And I'll sing.
Oh yeah. You do it. You'll sing. That's right. I was thinking about me singing.
Yeah.
You sing. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for the question, Michael. Next question. Crazy Carlos 1013. Crazy with a K.
Yeah.
That's extra crazy. Thunder. Ever try a Steamboat Amps out of Houston? I cannot say I have ever tried those. Crazy Carlos with a K, 1013. I don't think I've ever even heard of Steamboat Amps. Apparently they're out of Houston though, so that's never tried them, never even heard of them, but I guess now I will have to go check them out and see. The only amps I'm familiar with, the only Texas company I'm familiar with on amps is Diamond Amps, which are also in Houston.
Yeah.
Which I did, one of their amps I really liked. Which one was it? I can't remember the name of it. But they had one amp that I really thought was awesome. But I'm not familiar with Steamboat, so I'll have to go look that up now.
Go check it out.
Yeah. Thanks for the question, Crazy Carlos with a K.
Thank you.
I like the way his name is spelled. That's awesome. Next question, Chivalry 218. Chivalry. Hello, Ryan and Angela. Hope all is well. Do you guys have the Revv G3 pedal in stock yet? If not, when? Greetings from NYC. New York City. That reminds me of a Pace Picani commercial. New York City. I would love to visit New York City sometime.
I know.
That's pretty epic. Have you been?
I've been through the airport in New York.
But you landed there. I've never even landed there.
Yeah.
You're a world traveler, though. Aren't you special?
I guess.
I've never even been out of Merck.
Yeah.
Unless you count Ohio, because that's pretty close to Canada.
It's basically Canada.
Robert Baker's dad's house is practically in Canada, so I think I've visited Canada. The Revv guys probably don't think that's Canadian enough, which are funny. They're from Canada. They're funny. I like them. They're good guys. So speaking of, no, I do not have any Revv G3 pedals. yet. I am not entirely sure when. We kind of have been trying to stock up on guitars just because we're extremely low on acoustic guitar stock. We got some in, sold them. Got to get some more acoustics. So it's on the list, you know, maybe by the end of this year, especially going into the Christmas buying season. I think we have a much better chance of kind of moving that kind of stuff going there. So stay tuned. When we have them, there will be a video. Yep. There will absolutely be videos. And I haven't changed my mind. I still think they're great pedals. I still think I like the company a lot. I like the people at Revv a lot. No complaints about those guys at all. Very cool. They did just start carrying them at Sweetwater though, so which is fine. You know, if you're gonna go with one of those big boys, those guys are okay. But you know, if you want to support small mom and pop shops. I know Ike at Flipside Music does. He had some in for the Revv and Vola showcase thing, so Ike has got some in stock for sure. I haven't gotten any yet though, but we will. Thanks for the question from NYC Chivalry.
That's cool.
Next question and final question. Final question. Todd Bogley. My question is for Angela. Thanks, Todd. Man, I feel I'm pretty good with vocal harmonies and have all the techniques learned in my experiences growing up, i.e. music class, chorus, honors chorus, or is it chorus? Chorus. That's chorus. But know the usual natural tone of my voice wouldn't be or may not be pleasing as a melody vocal unless I purposely try and change the tone of it. Maybe I'm just being my own worst critic on this here. LOL. Do you feel there are some voices tonally suited for melody and some only tonally suited for harmony? Thanks for all the efforts and great content. Hope is well y'all's way. You alls. All y'all's.
All's well y'all's way.
I keep got adjusting, sorry.
Let's see.
Do you feel there are some voices tonally suited for melody and some tonally suited just for harmony?
No. I think anybody can sing anything that you focus your most time on. You're going to, you know, revert into that. Like my sister Nicole, when us four sisters, we would sing together. And of course, there's four of us, so we do 4-part harmony. And Nicole, she would always get the harmony. I mean, even if we were taking turns doing lead, she would just jump into the harmony because that's tonally that's what she always heard. She heard that first more than she could hear the melody, so that's what she would revert to anytime we would sing anything. Like our running joke when we were kids was that she would sing harmony to like the Folgers commercial. I mean, she can harmonize with anything to the point where it made us laugh. We're like, I bet Nikki could find the harmony to that. I bet Nikki could find the harmony to that, you know. But as we got older and we grew apart because everybody moved in all their different directions, we would sing by ourselves, obviously, because we weren't together, and she started singing the melody. And her voice sounded great as a melody because she has a very deep alto voice, and she has a great voice. So for someone who kind of is trained / always goes to the harmony, her voice almost was perfect for the melody for certain kinds of songs, for very bluesy, deep, good, you know, very rich, earthy songs. So I think that it just depends on the type of song that you're trying to sing, maybe, and the timbre of your voice, maybe just a little bit. But
you said timbre.
But
I like musical terms.
But other than that, everybody can hear and sing the melody. Now, if it comes to you hearing the melody and not being able to hear the melody, that's just something you'll just have to train your ear to do. Because a lot of people who hear harmony always, you'll hear that, you know, half step lower, you know, 2 or whatever steps away from the melody, the note. But you just have to. If it says G, you sing G. If it goes to D, you sing D. If you just go to those notes and just train yourself to do it. I don't know what your voice sounds like, so I can't really say, oh, maybe you should stick with them. No, but it's just all about the training. It really honestly is. If you want to sing, and I mean, if anything, history has taught us that it doesn't matter really what your voice sounds like. If you sing with true passion and mostly on key, you can sing the melody to anything. I mean, you have from Janis Joplin's to, I mean, even Jimi Hendrix. I mean, he didn't have like this, whoa, his voice just moves me.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many different people, right? Or
you know.
Steven Tyler, even. There's just so many different people, you know. Yeah, there's so many different people that had such very unique voices, but because they owned their voice, they stepped into it fully and accepted, this is my voice. This is just how I sound. So I'm just going to know my stuff, know my song, and just feel it.
Yeah.
They sold it. I mean, you have many, Amy Winehouse. There's so many people that were just like, wow, that's just not my cup of tea. But
I think what you said before about, you know, the timbre of your voice, the specific sound of your specific voice is less important than can you hit notes on pitch.
Right.
Now, if you're always pitchy, if you're always sharp, you're always flat, you know, you can't hit a note to save your life, then that's a whole nother issue. But,
yeah, it's a whole nother training.
The quality, the actual sound of your voice when you're on pitch, that doesn't matter. That if you can hit pitch, that's what matters.
Yeah.
And like she said, I mean, you can, because there's a ton of singers out there who don't have, you know, rich, full, clear bell type voices, you know, like opera voices, right? There's a ton of singers who they got some grit in there, and they got some like grind, and they got some heat, and they got some, but they can do it. You can do it on pitch.
Yes. Do she sound like she has egg on her throat?
On her throat.
On her throat. Yeah, I mean, there's so many different voices out there. Just own your voice. Train your ear. Practice singing the melody over and over again. It doesn't necessarily matter what you sound like, but it matters if you hit the notes. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Most. So. And yeah, if you sang harmony, and if you sang harmony, now there's people who sing harmony, but really they're just missing the notes, and they're just like, I just sing harmony. Now, if that's the case, then you really just need to start focusing on your training on singing the right key of harmony.
Yeah, practice matching pitches.
But
pitches love being matched.
But if you are like, oh yeah, I know that the main note is G, I'm just singing, you know, whatever to harmonize. A fifth or whatever it is. And so if you know what that is, you're like, yeah, I can hit that. I just like to sing this. Then that's a whole nother ballpark. You're on the right track. Then you obviously can sing the melody, and you have there's no issue there.
Yeah. You can be trained to do anything, pretty much. You need natural tendencies are one thing.
And there's another thing. Someone even said the other day their kid is taking voice lessons up here, and the mom said, yeah, I'm completely I'm like tone deaf. And I was like, oh, what happened to your ears? And she said, well, oh, nothing. I just can't sing. I can't hear the notes. I was like, no. Unless you've had damage to your eardrum, to your inner ear canal, or you've had or you were born with a birth defect, or something has damaged, irreversibly damaged
evidence
to you are not tone deaf. That's the only way you can be actually tone deaf, and your voice would actually change because of it. That's why most hearing impaired people, their voice has changed, because they can't hear the note of the word, of the vowels and the consonants to actually repeat the words. So if you can actually speak with clarity, then you're not tone deaf.
You might be very bad at matching pitches.
That's all it is.
You need to practice and train.
And it goes back to training. So anybody can be trained to sing. Yeah. Even a deaf person can be trained to sing.
I have a kid with cochlear implants who's taking piano lessons.
Yes.
It's like, I mean, he can hear pitches.
No limits. No limits. The only limits there are the limits you give yourself.
They're in your mind. Your mind. Free your mind, Neo. Free your mind, Neo.
I totally went the other way.
Well, I was going to the Matrix.
Yeah. I went in Vogue, I think.
Now, people think if it doesn't come naturally and super easy, then I can't do it. Okay. If they just can't do it on the first, second, third, fourth, fifth try, I'm tone deaf. I was like, no, you need to practice more.
Yeah, it's just practicing.
Practice more. It might take you longer to train it than someone else.
Right.
Someone else might get it naturally without any training. So what? Who cares?
When I was younger, because my voice is so deep as a young woman, of course it's gotten deeper as I've gotten older, but I always thought that I could never sing high notes. Like never, ever. It was just this unreachable, like singing, for me as a young girl, singing The Sound of Music, The Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Music. Never. I was like, I can't sing that. I can't do that. But now it's like, oh, it's not that bad. Because I trained myself. Okay, if I can sing this, then how about this? If I can sing this, how about a half step? How about another? How about another? How about another step? How about another step?
Baby steps.
And I would just gradually go up. Now there gets ridiculous where only dogs can hear you type singing, but for the most part, you know, practicing just, if you can hit this, then if you engage your body just enough and put your voice in the right place, you can hit that note. And so I did. I mean, I broke that barrier down on myself. So now I'm like, yeah, I can totally sing it. So now I'm able to say, yes, if you focus and you train and you're very specific on where you want to go with your voice, and you don't allow your mental blocks on how you think you sound, what other people have told you sound like, and you keep those negative thoughts away from you, you can accomplish it. You can totally accomplish it. I believe in you.
You can do it.
Totally.
TVCC. And that's the final question for this evening. Great answer. Great questions, you guys. A lot of vocal questions. David just started taking voice lessons.
Yeah.
It's interesting. He's doing a video about it, I think. So
awesome.
I'm like interested. Anyways, great questions, you guys. Thank you so much. If you have a question for next week, oh, battery's about to die, please leave it below and we will try to answer it. Thank you for all the comments. Appreciate the comments. Leave a comment.
And subscribe.
If you want an Ask RNA Music t-shirt, there's a link for RNA Music t-shirts down there. Can't get TVCC shirts, probably. Well, you can go to their website. But anyways.
Wrap it up.
Okay, we got to go. Keep the music alive.
Don't
Music
forget
needs you. We need the music. We keep it alive for
You
next
need the
generation.
music. Yeah.
Battery's about to die.
It's done.
Keep the music alive.
Yes. Music needs you.
We need the music.
Yeah.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Always forget, but don't forget it. Don't forget it.